Om Saganavavatu Saganau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavati Tamastu Ma Vishvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Samatta Jana Kalyane Nijatam Karunavayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Sridhar.
Namaskaram, Amma.
Namaskar.
Om Partaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Muninam Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ratavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadasadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Namafullaravindayata Patra Netra येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तौत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुःखं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयत्रतजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरननदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराचर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके षड्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूर्यात् भारतपङ्कजकलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्त्री यंसामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। नमस्कार मामा।
Thank you, Pa. Thank you. Before we start on chapter 11, I thought I will give a general introduction. It is not too deep into the grammar. See, we have so many verses of different meters in our scriptures. See, Bhagavad Gita itself has contained various meters. Our Dhyana Shloka, the 9 Dhyana Shloka, most of them are different from each other. There are 6 limbs of the Vedas. 6 limbs means 6 components. They are called Shiksha, that is science of phonetics, Kalpa, geometry, especially in the Homakundams and all that. There are various types of Homakundams. Niruktam. Niruktam means etymology, how the words are formed. Then Vyakarana is grammar. Then Chandas is the meter. And Jyotisha is the astronomy or astrology. All these 6 components make the Veda. Now we are talking about Chandas, meter. Anything connected with Veda is called Chandas. And the other meters are called Vritta. Vritta means not part of the Vedic chanting. Now, in the case of Chandas, Vedic Chandas, during our Sandhya Vandanam in the morning, afternoon, and evening, we always address the 7 Chandas. Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup, Brihati, Pankti, Trishtup, Jagati. Before doing pranayama. Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup, Brihati, Pankti, Trishtup, Jagati. So these are the 7 chandas in the Vedas. Gayatri has 24 letters in a sloka. 24, 24. Ushnik has got 28. Anushtup has got 32. Brihati has got 36. Pankti has got 40. Trishtup has got 44. And Jagati has got 44. When I say 24 aksharams, say for example, Brahma. When I say Brahma, Bra is one aksharam, Ma is another aksharam. So there are 2 aksharams in Brahma. Atma, Atma, 2 aksharams. So when I say Gayatri has got 24 aksharams, that means it has got 24 alphabets. And each of them are to be pronounced in a different style. Say, for example, when I say I don't have to put any pressure. Just open your mouth, And that is called the easiest sound. That is called, in Sanskrit, lagu. Lagu means easy to pronounce. When I want to pronounce when I say I have to put some pressure. And that is called dirgha, long. That means I have to put some effort. So for I don't have to put any effort. For I have to put some effort. Now, I read one sloka now. From the Jnana sloka. Vasudeva sutam devam kamsa chanura mardhanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagat gurum. So if you count the number of alphabets, there are 16 of them. So first line has got 8, second line has got 16. 16 and 16, 32 alphabets are there. So Vasudeva Sutam Devam. That 8 letters are made into first half of the first line. First half of the first line. Vasudeva Sutam Devam. You can call it a quarter. Karna Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam. That is another 8 alphabets. That is the second quarter. Similarly, for the second line also, we have 2 quarters. Devaki Paramanandam, 1 quarter. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum, another quarter. So the 4 quarters together, 4 into 8 is 32. So the first line has got 16 aksharams, second line has got 16 aksharams. So 16 plus 16, 32 aksharam. And 32 aksharam is called, the meter is called Anushtup. Anushtup. Most of the Gita slokas are in the meter of Anushtup. Most of the Gita slokas. Anushtup. Now, when I have this Vasu Deva Sutam Devam, so Va is there, Su is there, De is there, Va is there, Su is there, Tam is there, De is there, Vam is there. Now, certain akharams are easy to pronounce, and for certain alphabets, we have to put some pressure. So that is what is called Lagu and Guru. There are, in the last sloka of the Dhyana sloka, Yam Brahma Varunendra Rutra Marutas Tunvandi Divyaihi Stavaihi, one line. Similarly, 4 lines are there. And each line has got 20 alphabets. So 4 into 20, 80 alphabets. They are given a name of the meter also, but that I don't know what is the name of that meter. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rutra Marutas Tunvandi Divyaihi Stavaihi. Similarly, there is those people who are attending the Pradosham. At the end of the Pradosham, they chant Todakashtakam, 8 slokas of Todaka. That meter is also called Todaka. That is called Todakashtakam. So, like we have in musical terminology, Sapta Swaram. Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. Sa, Ri, Ni, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. These 7 letters, they have put in various combinations and put pressure on each of the swaras, and that is why we get this Carnatic music, or even the music of the whole this thing. So similarly here in Sanskrit, if it is easily pronounceable, like I called it Lagu, easily pronounceable, there are 4 letters, 4 alphabets. That is called Ya, Ra, La, Ta, Na. Ya, Ra, Ta, Na. So these are the 4 Lagu aksharas. Then the Guru, heavy aksharas are Ba, Ja, Sa, Ma. Ba, Ja, Sa, Ma. Like Sari, Gama, Pada, Nisa. In Sanskrit, we have got Ya, Ra, Ta, Na, Ba, Ja, Sa, Ma. So when we chant a sloka, you will see in some places we put pressure. Vajagovindam, 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 Muta Mate. If we chant in this particular meter, it will be nice to listen also. And in the olden days, when these Vedas were prescribed, there were no highlighting methods. Now we have got highlighters. You can mark it by color, you can mark it by some paper clips and all that, highlighting. But in those days, what happens is, see in the chapter 11, the sloka number 14 is in 1 meter, and suddenly the meter gets changed. So when you change the meter, especially people who are not alert in listening to these slokas, immediately they get a jerk because the meter has changed. So that they are using it for this purpose. So this is not too much of grammar, but if you understand that there are so many letters in each sloka, if you count it, a normal sloka meters which are very popular is Anushtup, 8 alphabets in each quarter, Trishtup, 11 letters in each quarter, then Jagati, 11 letters in each letter. See, these are most of the common meters which we use in the case of sloka. The another beauty of the sloka is that it is all made up of various aksharas, and aksharas are also form the words. Words are there. So each, normally when I say, I see a running deer. I see a running deer. I is the subject, see is the verb, deer is the object, and deer has got an adjective, running. In English, when we write, we have to write only that way. I see a running deer. But in poetry, to get this meter, you can interchange the verb in the beginning, noun in the end, then middle you can put also the adjectives to the noun, and adverbs to the verb. So that flexibility is available. So when I read one verse, for example, Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim. Karoti is the verb. Mukam, a dumb person. Vachalam, he is able to speak. A dumb person is able to speak. Mukam karoti vachalam. Normal sentence. It is fitting with the meter. Yat kripa tamaham bande. Bande is the verb. Aham bande. Whom? Tam yat kripa. The one who has compassion to me. I am praying. So yat kripa tamaham bande. Aham bande. That is a sentence. It's a verb and subject and verb. But then it is qualifying with yat kripa. Yat kripa means that Bhagavan is kripa, compassionate person. So this is called prose order. So if you have got a shloka, so shloka has got various combination of sounds, words. So they call it, you have to split the sandhi, split the words. That is called padacheda in Sanskrit. So you split the words and then rearrange the words into a sentence. And that is called anvaya. So if I know anvaya is like a prose order. And padacheda is the sandhi. So when we read the sloka number 15 from chapter number 11, we will be able to understand this thing. Because, if we are able to split the sandhi at a particular way, it is formed, then it is easy to understand the words. So this is just to give you a general idea of the construction of the slokas. How the prose form was formed, and from prose it has been converted into sandhis, and from sandhis it is converted into the poetic meter order. So when we split the sandhi, we should split it at a particular place only, because if you split it in a different manner, then the meaning itself will change. Total meaning will change. So that is why when we recite the sloka, for example now, dhyana avastita. When sandhi comes, dhyana and dhyana avastita. Tat gatena. Sura gana. Suraha, asuraha, ganaha. So that's how when you split it, it will come to that particular way of talking. So when we have a sloka, the sloka is made up of alphabets, aksharam, and depending upon the number of aksharams in each quarter, the meter has been named. Again, we have to see whether it is all the aksharas are lagu or guru, easy to pronounce or difficult to pronounce, or you have to put some emphasis, and then split the sandhi wherever the sandhis are there, and then write the prose order that is called Anvaya. So in some of the most of the scriptures, they will give Anvaya. So if you read the Anvaya, it's a prose order. That is, from the poetry, it has come to prose order. So poetry has got a liberty to change the words from one place to another place, but the meaning will remain the same. So that is an introduction for the idea is that when you read a shloka and somebody, see for example, Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kam Sachanura Mardhanam. Kam is a little bit hard. Devaki Paramanantam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. The verb is Vande, whom we are worshipping, Krishnam. Who is worshipping? Subject Agam. Agam Vande Krishnam. What is the adjectives of Krishna? Vasudeva Sutam, son of Vasudeva. He has killed Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam. He is the deer of Devaki. Devaki Paramanandam, and he is also Jagat Guru. Agam Vande Krishnam. Krishnam is Vasudeva Sutam, Devam, Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam, Devaki Paramanandam, Jagat Gurum, Aham Vande. So this is how the Anvaya comes in. So if we know the Anvaya, more or less the meaning is very clear. So that is the beauty of the language, Sanskrit language. Okay, that much is enough. Now we go to today's topic. See now the 14th shloka of the 11th chapter, Sanjay Uvacha. Tatahassa Vismaya Vishto Krishtaro Dhananjayaha Pranamya Shirasa Devam Kritanjalirabhashata. Arjuna Uvacha Pashyami Devanstava Deva Dehe Sarvanstata Bhuta Vishesha Sankan Brahmanamisham Kamalasanastam Rishim cha Sarvan Uragam cha Divyan. Arjuna Vacha Pashyami Devanstava Deva Dehe Sarvam Tata Bhuta Vishesha Sangan Brahmanamisham Kamalasanastam Rishim cha Sarvan Uragam cha Divyan. So this is now Arjuna's description of the Vishwarupa. You see, the only verb here is Pashyami. Pashyami is the verb. Who is seeing Aham? Aham Pashyami. What is he seeing now? Devaha. Where he is seeing? Tava Dehe. In your body, in your Sharira. Tava Dehe Aham Pashyami. Tava Dehe Aham Pashyami. I am seeing. What all I see? Devan. Devan means all the Devas. Sarvan Devan. There is an adjective. Sarvan Devan I am seeing. Tada Bhuta Vishesha Sangan. Bhuta Vishesha Sangan means Bhuta Vishesha Sankan. Bhuta means the living beings, all the living beings. Vishesha, different beings. Sangan, they are Kutam, crowd, collection. So Bhuta Vishesha Sangan. Sarvan Bhuta Vishesha Sangan. Sarvan you can add to all the words. Sarvan Devan. All the Devas. 1 minute, 1 minute. Parmeshwari. Parmeshwari. Sorry for the small disturbance. Something is, it will be stopped now. Pashyami Devan Tava Devadehe Sarvam Tada Bhuta Vishesha Sankar. And how is the Bhagavan? He is also seeing Brahmanam Isham. Brahma, he is seeing Brahma. Isham is the head. Brahmanam Isham Kamalasanastam. He is seated in the lotus. Kamalasanastam, seated in the lotus. Then he is seeing Sarvan Rishin. He is seeing all the rishis. Sarvan Uragamscha. He is seeing all these celestial serpents. Like, Vasuki, Antasheshan, all that. Divyan, all Divyan, divine. So now, if you look at this shloka, Arjuna is describing in the body of the cosmic Rupa, Swarupa, he is seeing the entire, not only the Bhuloka, but he is also the Brahmaloka, he is also seeing the Devaloka, and he is also seeing the Patala Loka, where the Nagaloka. That means all the Nagas. He is able to see everything there. And when he saw this, he was wonderstruck. Acharyam. In one place, we are able to see everything. Acharyam. Brahmanamisham Kamalasanastam Rishim Sarvan Uragamsta Divyan. So when we see something unique, then we get wonderstruck. That is Acharyam, we call it. The eyes see and the mind enjoys. See, when I go to Niagara waterfalls, the first thing I will see will be Acharyam. After all, it is waterfall. But a huge collection of water is falling down. So that is the Acharyam. So the mind is enjoying. But immediately the intellect sees it is nothing but water falling. So then the Acharyam is gone. So the Acharyam lasts only as long as we are able to understand the reason or the tattvam. See, when the first computer was developed, it was an Acharyam for us. But afterwards we came to know that it has a program, there are programmers which are able to see that. So the initial emotion, the emotion is in the mind. Then we get wonderstruck. I had one experience when I was in Orlando. They had this Epcot Center, and there was a ride. So you sit in a cubicle, and there you sit in the chair. They put the belt and all that, and then the show starts. It's a 10-minute show, and you are taken. You're sitting there only, but you're taken through the planets. and as if you are going to hit the planet or something. And they create a sensation in the leg also, as if you are moving in that vehicle. So first ride, I enjoyed the ride, but second, I knew I am not moving out anywhere. I am sitting in the same place. So first ride, I was really wonderstruck. But in the second ride, when I came to know I am not moving, I am stationary. Only thing is the screen is moving, and the screen is moving and giving an impression as if you are moving. This is what happens in the case of 3D IMAX pictures and all that. In the IMAX theater, if you go and see, as if you are participating in that event. So that is an illusion. That is what it is. But once you know how it is done, then it is no more an illusion. So that is the first reaction of, first emotional outburst of Arjuna. Then comes the next sloka. Aneka bahurudara netram pashyami tvam sarvato nantarupam nantam na madhyam na punastavadim pashyami vishveshwara vishwarupa aneka bahu udara vaktra netram. See, so many words are put into one compound. Aneka bahu udara vaktra netram. Aneka means countless, number of them, countless. Bahu, hands. Udaram, stomach. Vaktram, mouth. Netram, eyes. Pashyami, aham pashyami. Tvam, you. Sarvataha ananta rupam. Everywhere, your boundless rupam, sarvato, ananta rupam. Na antam, there is no end. Na madhyam, no center. Na punastavadim. Punaha tavadim. You are the cause for all these things. Pashyami Vishveshwara Vishwarupam. Pashyami means I am seeing. Aham Pashyami Vishveshwara. You are the Lord of this universe. Vishwa is universe. You are the Lord of this universe. Vishwarupa. You are the cosmic Swarupa. So that means he is continuing the description. Now our eyes will is also we are also seeing many things with my physical eyes. But physical eyes, I got limitation. I cannot see my back. I cannot see my eyes. So these are the limitations for the physical eye. But if you have got a jnana chakshu means what? You have no ragadvesha. Your mind is very pure. You have no kamam and krodha, no desire and no anger, and no ahankara and no mamakara, no egoless and also mindless. And this is what is called as jnana chakshu. So if I have the jnana chakshu, it is as good as your mind is very pure. So when you have got a pure mind, see, for example, in the case of water, if it is a turbulent water, dirty water, you will not be able to see the reflection of the sun clearly. But what you have to do is you allow the water to settle down. That means there won't be any waves, there won't be any disturbance. Then you will be able to see the sun very clearly in that water. So similarly here, I will be able to see the Vishwarupa when I am totally clean, purified thing. For one person, if a rain comes, it is a wonder for him. If the rain comes, we all we want the rain, but a man who has organized a program, outdoor program, and for him, he is looking from subjectively. For him, the rain is a disturbance because his program gets affected. Same rain, you can see two people. One people see from the benefit of all the people. The other is from the selfish angle. He is not. He says, "Rain, go away. Rain, rain, go away." So seeing everything as God is the most important in the case of Vishwarupa Darshanam. Bhagavan also, he is called Paroksha Priyaha. Paroksha Priyaha means all the devas, we all know devas are there because of we have been reading Puranas and all that. Agni Deva is there, Varuna Deva is there, Indra Deva is there, but they will not show their siddhis, powers, and that is why it's called a Paroksha Priyaha. Paroksha Priya Iva Devaha. They are not visible. Their siddhis are not visible. Somebody brings a laddu to you. Our normal tendency is take the laddu, put it in the mouth. That is our normal reaction with the normal eyes, physical eyes. Immediately somebody says, this laddu has come from Tirupati, Balaji garden, Balaji temple. That's an emotional attitude. Your attitude changes immediately because you look at it as a divine prasad. So the prasad, laddu remaining the same, for the physical eye, it wants to enjoy, but the moment it is coming from Tirupati Balaji, our attitude totally changes. That divine attitude, that we are not able to see. So that is what is called as Vishwarupa. In the Vishwarupa, you see everything as Bhagavan's. And the other beauty is, Arjuna is seeing everything in the same body of Ishvara. That is why the cosmic. And again he says, he is not able to see the beginning, where it starts, where it ends, and where is the middle. That's why he says, na antam, na madhyam, na punattavadim. Pashyami ve Vishweshwara Deva Deva, Vishwarupa. The next sloka again describes some more. Kiridinam gadinam chakrinam che tejo rashim sarvato diptimantam pashyami tvam durnirisham samantad diptanalarkadyuti aprameyam. See the sandhi, no? Deepta anala arka dviti aprameyam. Deepta anala arka dviti aprameyam. One word he has made, sentence he has made sentence. Deepta anala arka dviti aprameyam. Now, he describes Bhagavan. He has got so many crowns. Kiridinam, Gadinam, he has got gadas. Chakrinam, chakra. Like, we have this Sudarshana chakra. Tejo Rashim. That means, Tejaha means brilliance, effulgence. Rashim means again a kutam, crowd. Tejo Rashim. Sarvato Deeptimandam. It is brilliantly blazing all over the place. Sarvato Deeptimandam. For example, we see the sun. You will not be able to see the sun in the afternoon because it is so brilliant. So Tejo Rashim. So how can you see that Vishwarupa? But you can see the Vishwarupa if you have that divine Chakshu, Jnana Chakshu. Kiridinam, Gatinam, Chakrinam cha Tejo Rashim Sarvato Deeptimandam Pashyamitvam Durnirisham. It is very, very difficult to see. Again, it is Durnirisham means that brilliance we will not be able to see. Well, like building. If you look at the building, you cannot see the building. It is so powerful. Or like floodlights. Pashyamitvam Durnirisham Samantad. All over the place. Deepta Anala. Deepta means blazing fire. Anala means fire. Arka means sun. Juti means brilliant. Deepta Anala Arka Juti Aprameyam. Aprameyam is normally the meaning for Aprameyam is the sense organs cannot see those objects. Aprameyam. Prameyam means we can see. If I see a computer on the table, that is, my eyes are able to see, that is called prameyam. Prameyam is an object. Aprameyam means it is not possible to see. But here, that meaning is not there because here is a Vishwarupa Darshana. So Arjuna has the eyes, divine Chakshu, and he is able to see everything. So Aprameyam here, the meaning is immeasurable. Immeasurable means there is no limit, limitless brilliance. So Aprameyam. Deeptanalarkat Dutim Aprameyam. So again, some more description is coming on the next 18th, this one. Tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam Tvamasya vishwasya param nidanam Tvamavyaya shashwata dharma gopta Sanatanastvam purusho mato me Tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam Tvamasya vishwasya param nidanam Tvamavyaya shashwata dharma gopta Sanatanam purusho mato me. This is see, we are describing the Vishwarupa. Here it is a slight deviation because we are seeing all Saguna Swarupam. Immediately Arjuna remembers the second chapter, that sloka from 12 to 25. There it was a Nirguna Swarupam. So he says, along with the Saguna Swarupam, I should also like to see the describe the Nirguna Swarupa. So this particular sloka is talking about the Nirguna Swarupa. Now, when a person realizes the self in his heart, his life is transformed into a Vishwarupa Darshanam. His life is transferred into a Vishwarupa Darshana. After his realization, the Lord's power takes hold of his body and the ego. After his realization, the Lord's power takes hold of his body and the ego. And the ego power is no more active in him. So when you have a Vishwarupa Darshanam, your ego power is not there. So when ego power is not there, it is that good as Jnana Chakshu. And then the Supreme Being comes to help you. When such a one works in the world, especially when you have the Darshanam of Vishwarupa, When he is working in the world, the Supreme Being comes to at his to and is to aid his mission. So whatever work I undertake, he comes and helps me. The example is in the case of, because Vishwarupa has got many hands, Aneka Bahu Udara Bhaktar Netram. He has got so many places, so many hands, so many things. So in the case of Rama, when he wants to make the bridge to Lanka, who are the people who came for his help? The ocean helped him, the wind helped, all other elements, numerous monkeys, the bird Jadayu, and even a little squirrel came to serve. So that means when you are totally in the Vishwarupa, you are not alone. You are the universal body is coming to help you. It's a very, very important point because it is the Supreme Being who served through them all. So, Namma Nachindrukam, we are the one because of our ego. I am doing everything. Without me, nothing will go. My family will not run. And all this ahankara we have. But Bhagavan says, you are nothing. You are not even you are only a toxin in the whole group and create all problems. So if you want to know my real nature, your buddhi and mind has to be totally pure. You have to remove all your kama krodha, ragadvesha, ahankara, mamakara. Then you are very pure chittam. With that, when you look at the Ishvara, then Bhagavan takes over you. You need not take over Bhagavan. Like, gravity. As long as you are in the Earth's orbit, the gravity comes into the picture. But the moment you cross that gravitational force, automatically the Bhagavan takes over and he pulls you out. You don't have to go. He pulls you out. So that is the beauty of the bhakti, Bhagavan's bhakti. So if you have that's devotion. That devotion will help you in bringing a total transformation. So that's what he says. The Vishwarupa gives that benefit. So here he says, what all he says? Tvam aksharam. You are imperishable. Akshara means permanent, eternal. Paramam veditavyam. You are the superior one to be known. Veditavyam. Tamasya vishwasya param nidanam. So you are the substratum for this earth. Vishwa, world, substratum for the world. I am thinking as a head of the family, I think I am shouldering all the responsibility. So this is what our normal feeling. But you are not shouldering anything because everything is Bhagavan. See, for example, if I have a book kept on a table, so the book is supported by the table. But if you look at the table is supported by the stage. And if you look at the stage is supported by the earth. So like that you go on. Finally, you will come to know that every support is done by Bhagavan. He is the supportless support. That realization we should get. Because then the ego will be totally destroyed. So that is why he says, Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidanam. Param Nidanam means you are the eternal supportless support. We are all depending upon so many supports now. We depend upon the money for security. We depend upon our relations, son, children, daughters, the community, the friends. But none of them are Shashwatam. So the only permanent, eternal, Tvam Aksharam Paramam Veditavyam Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidanam. That's the only one which will protect you. Now, next he says, Tvam Avyayam. What is Tvam Avyayam? Avyayam means decayless. There is no Vyayam. In our case, we have birth, growth, decay, and death. Shat Vikaram we have, which nobody can stop. Whereas when Brahman is concerned, he is Avyayam. There is no decay at all for him. Tvam Aksharam. Shashwata Avyayam, Shashwata Dharma Gopta. Shashwata Dharma Gopta. It's one of the most important word in the whole of Bhagavad Gita. Shashwata Dharma Gopta. Shashwata means eternal, permanent, sanatana dharma, protecting the dharma. Gopta means protector. Protector of the dharma. Shashwata Dharma Gopta. That means the important portfolio Brahman has taken over his. If somebody asks, what is the job of Brahman? Brahman says, I am Shashwata Dharma Gopta. This is a general question being asked by everybody. See, if I go to Bombay, they will ask you, how do you spend your time? Many people ask us, even here, how do you spend your time? You got from morning to evening till you go to bed. How do you spend your time? You cannot say, I am chumma irken sollu mudiyadhu. I cannot say I am not doing anything. You are doing. Because without doing, you cannot live at all. This is a common question. So similarly, somebody asked the question to Bhagavan. So Bhagavan said, I am looking after protecting the dharma, Shashwata dharma, eternal dharma. So if anybody violates the dharma, then I am there. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya durkridam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. We all think that we see some corrupt people making enough money and enjoying the entire benefits and all that. So we go and ask Bhagavan. So we take the law in our own hands because we have got some physical laws and moral laws that corruption is bad. So any wealth you earn by other methods, it is supposed to be legal. So to our eyes, physical eyes, we see as if that fellow is adharmic. He has made money not through proper dharma, but through adharma. Laws are there. In the case of government is there to punish such people. Government is nothing but a form of the representative of the God, Bhagavan. So Bhagavan says, you don't worry about such things. You don't talk about also. Because we always say, when we go through the scriptures, we find fault with Karnan, we find fault with Rama, why Rama killed Vali. After all, Vali was not his enemy. So these are all unnecessary, unwanted talk because we do not have any background. We do not have, because if you are looking at as a Vishwarupa Darshanam, then you will not ask such questions. Because our intellect is very active here. In Zen Buddhism, one gentleman asked he went and told the master that I have studied all the scriptures, I have studied all the literatures, but still I am not getting any realization. So what is to do? What I am supposed to do? So the Zen master said, do one thing. Tomorrow in the afternoon around 12 o'clock, you go to the city's crowded place, and in the middle of the road, you stand and shout, "Oh God, please protect me. Oh God, please protect me." He started shouting. And the people around, they were all laughing at him. What a fool he is. So when he went back to Zen Master asked him, "What did you go?" "Yes, I went." "What did you learn?" "That everybody said I am a fool." "Yes, this is what it is." Because your knowledge is not going to. This is exactly what we are doing when we see a corrupt person. Because we are only superficially seeing that we should punish him. No, you are not there to punish. You don't take the job of God. God has taken over that. Shashwata Dharma Gopta, he has taken this thing. When Duryodhana asked Bhishma in the war, Tamil language, போட்டு தள்ளு அர்ஜுனனை அப்படின்னா. You kill Arjuna. And you know what Bhishma said? It is impossible. Why? He is protected by the protector of the world. He is protected by the protector of the world. Shashwata Dharma Gopta. So I cannot, such a person, Bhagavan, he is Bhagavan himself. So you cannot do anything. Then somebody asked, what happens? Is Bhagavan is only silently watching all this? No. What Bhagavan says is, if somebody is making enough money by illegal methods, what I do is, he loses his own personality because he has got a guilty conscience that he has not earned the money in the proper manner. Illegal way he has made it. So then Bhagavan says, I take away his intellect. I take away his brain. And I give you all sorts of sickness. So even with so much of wealth surrounding him, he will not be able to enjoy that wealth. Because he has got it illegally. Whereas the person who has got the wealth in the normal dharmic method, there God will help him. So that is the meaning of this sloka. Shashwata Dharma Gopta. Then he says, another thing about Dharma is, Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. There's a beautiful statement. Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. One who adheres to Dharma, he will be protected by that Dharma. If we do not have that faith, naturally Dharma will not protect us. Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. That means if I have earned the money in the proper manner, my consciousness is very clear, no guilty consciousness, because I spend the money also in a dharmic method. I share my extra income with others who are in need of it, and I promote Dharma. Such person, Shashwata Dharma Gopta. So that's a very important word here. Then he says, Sanatanastvam. Sanatanas means eternal, Shashwata. Purushaha. What is the meaning of Purusha? Purusha means Purnatvad Purushaha. He is full. He does not need anything outside. Purnatvad Purushaha. Another way is Puri Shete. Puri Shete means he is living in all the bodies. Puri Shete, living in all bodies. That means his job is, now we are talking about ecological balance, global warming. So many things we are talking about now. virus, so many viruses, like COVID. Now they say that so many new viruses are there. In right now in US, my daughter is there in Atlanta. There, the COVID situation is still there. She is having COVID now. So you can see that virus has not gone from the world. All these disturbances are due to our destroying the harmony of the nature, Prakriti. To our visible eye, we will not see this because we still have that ego. Again, Arjuna, what happened was when he sees the cosmic form, he is also there in the cosmic form because he is going to describe that Bhishma, Drona, Karna, all these people are going into the blazing mouth fire of the Vishwarupa. But there he is also included, but he is not included. So he is seeing it as an object. So when he sees, he is also a part of the Vishwarupa, when he sees it separately from the Vishwarupa, Dvitiyat Bhayam Bhavati. The next emotion he is going to get is Bhayam, fear. So he will describe 2-3 more slokas about the Vishwarupa Darshanam, and then he, after seeing this blazing fire in the mouth, all these so-called Bhishma, Drona, they're all going in a speedy manner to get themselves burned. Then he gets fear, whether he is not a compassionate God and all that. So that we will see later. So up to 22nd sloka, this will continue. Now we are on 18. So next 4 slokas, and the emotion fear will come from the 23rd sloka onwards. So with this we stop today. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.